time is now. I'm excited about this shift. I feel like things are happening in a profound way, but it's really for the people that's really tapped in. Because I've seen people that is not really respecting how things are shifting in their life, is not really understanding how the process is and really how God is trying to elevate them. Those people are staying stuck. And what we got to understand too is, like, based off the word of God, like, he is no respecter of persons. He loves everyone, right? He loves you, but he's no respecter of persons, meaning that, like, you got to be tapped in. Like, the time is now. The time is not for you to wait another 5 years, wait another 3 years, to wait until conditions get better with the economy. Like, you literally got to get a part of this shift, this move of God that's happening right now. And for some of you, it's not about you joining a program with somebody. Now it might be time for you to just read more books. It might be time for you to work on your health and wellness. It might be time for you to work on your relationships. It might be time for you to be forgiving people. But the time is now to get started with execution towards those things that you know that you need to work on. And for me, this is a season of learning. This is a season of straight up grunt work, learning, going to conferences, reading more books, understanding the value of processes and systems and value ladders, and understanding the importance of customer service. And I am literally growing right before your eyes. So it's like when you think about the story of a bamboo tree, and I love it, and I got to actually study this part more so I can talk about it more intelligently. But for the little bit that I know about the bamboo tree is that for years and years and years as it's growing, you don't even see a thing. It is literally not until later down the road that you see the explosion of this tree coming up out of the ground. And then I think it says something within that first year, it grows at this rapid rate that's ridiculous. And no other tree of its kind does anything similar. So if we just put in the work behind the scenes, really take the time to build and develop. This is why my job as a brand development coach, I don't have one of these pretty cool jobs like some of these other individuals within my same space of marketing have. I'm not the ads guy. My company does ads for you, but I'm not the ads guy. I'm the person that's literally telling you, hey, we need to work on this, we need to work on that, we need to build this, you need to be focused over here in order for transformation to happen. But one of the things that I am learning too in this season is that alignment is key. You're not supposed to be around everyone. Everyone cannot properly align with you. This is the reason why we end up stunning our growth and things end up falling way behind, because we are literally trying to force relationships. We see a value in someone and we're like, man, that'd be dope if we could work together. But you're not supposed to be aligned with everyone. And it doesn't mean that they're a bad person. It doesn't mean that they're evil. None of that. They could be a straight up godly person just like you. But if the alignment isn't there, it's not going to work. And I was that person. I'm just going to be very, very honest and transparent. I was a person that wanted to force relationships back in the day, because I love very hard. I'm very genuine. I'm very compassionate. I'm very there for people. I wanted people to do the same thing for me. I wanted them to do the same thing for other people. But what I'm starting to realize is that alignment in and of itself is always for your benefit. It's always supposed to serve you. It's always supposed to help you. It is not selfish because it's a give and take, but you really have to realize that aligning yourself with the right individuals, the right groups, the right companies, whatever, that's the key to the breakthrough. It's not force. It's not force at all. Yeah, I was thinking last night, if God does what he said right now, or your structure be ready. So what we do with other people, got to do it for myself. I love it, Carrie. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. So, y'all, we just got to be tapped in, man. I think that's all it really comes down to, because the way that my business has grown has been from me creating a different type of structure in my life. Like, and us as Black folks, I'm gonna be honest with you, most of us don't like structure. Most of us don't like discipline and systems and processes, but it's literally the best way for you to grow. Like, because if you have an automated system within your business, within your personal brand, then you take all the guesswork out of it. So it's like you're no longer trying to figure out what you're going to post on social media, how you're going to respond to an email. Like, the system is literally set up for you. So I highly suggest you to be that entrepreneur in this season, to start acting a little bit different. Like, to start developing your own voice in a different way that is not trying to be like anybody else's. Like, this is the system that's going to work for you. Like, your road to $1 million is not going to be the same as somebody else's. Like, please understand that. So get back focused on what exactly you're supposed to be doing in this season. And it might not align with everybody else. Like, and this is why, if you guys go to my page, I just made this really dope reel talking about this is that season for the unfollow, because some people we literally need to be unfollowing right now because they just don't complement where we're at right now. And they really don't even complement where we're going right now. So following certain people and seeing their content, that information, that content is literally getting inside of you. And if you want to grow, if you want something different, then you literally need to start following the people that have that type of life, that are living on purpose like you trying to live on purpose, like that are literally aligned with your values and what you believe in and the same stuff. Now you can say, well, Manny, that means I'm discriminating. No, you're not discriminating. Manny, that means I'm excluding certain people. Yes, you are. Because where you are going in this next season of your life is so vitally important that you don't have time to be wasting on people's content that you know is not for you. Like, why do you continue to have these folks on your page, right? Like, you see they posts keep coming up, so you just keep scrolling past it. Like, I ain't gonna like it. I'm not gonna comment. I'm just gonna keep scrolling past it because I don't really like it. Why do you keep following these individuals? You keep thinking maybe they're going to be mad at you. They're not going to be mad at you. They're probably not even going to care. But you're saving yourself some time, some grief, some energy, because you no longer have to consume stuff that you know is taking you down a different path. If the people that you're following right now, they're not as successful as you know that you want to be right now, then why are you following them? Why don't you follow somebody that literally is already there where you want to be? And this is the importance of like mentorship, coaching. And some of these individuals on Instagram can literally become your coach, your mentor, without you hiring them. Hope y'all catching this. You literally consuming their content, consuming their stories, watching their live videos. This is going to literally help you get that secret sauce that you was looking for. And they are now your mentor because you're following after them. Come on. But we have to shift our thinking to, oh man, like I ain't got the money, so I just can't do nothing. No, you can still work with someone without working with them. You can still read somebody's book, understand their philosophy, and go to the next level. Same thing I did with Napoleon Hill. Now, Napoleon Hill been there for years and years and years. This is the author of Think and Grow Rich. Napoleon Hill has literally been my mentor for the past 15, 20 years. Don't even know it. Man dead. But I'm literally reading his books, understanding his philosophies, the way that he became successful. I'm indoctrinated into my own system. So now I naturally become better without me ever even meeting a man. So I am not concerned the least. If some of you guys are watching my live videos, you learn exactly what you need to learn and you never even hire me. God's still going to take care of me. Y'all, please understand that. But if I know that I can benefit you by giving you some information, giving you some strategies, giving you a new play that you ain't never considered, then now you go to the next level. Now you go to the next. This is why I say the time is now. But it's really you understanding where are you at within your business, within your brand, within your structure. Like, what needs to change? Like, what needs to be worked on? Is it the problem of sales strategy right now for you? Is that the thing? Is it maybe your program just sucks? That might sound mean. So let me say it in a nicer way. Your program might need some improvement. And these are things that we have to understand and think about. Like, okay, maybe I thought that the program was super dope, but because I didn't have a coach, never had a mentor, and never hired anybody to help me, I tried to do it all on my own. And now I'm wondering why nobody's biting on my program. Why? Because it's just not built out that good. There's some stuff that maybe you ain't even think about. Maybe there's no introductory video inside your funnel that you have created for your program. Maybe your program just doesn't make sense from start to finish. Maybe the amount of time that you're trying to dedicate with people is just unrealistic in order for you to scale. So like you might have a program saying, okay, I'm going to work with these individuals 2 hours at a time, and I'm going to have 10 calls a week. I can handle that. After work, I'm going to just do these calls. It's not realistic when you think about the family dynamic that you currently have, the amount of time and energy that it's going to take to service these particular clients, the amount of rest and relaxation that you need in order to bounce back from that one call going to the next one. These are things that you have to consider. These are things that a coach, a mentor would tell you flat out, hey, it's not time for this right now. We got to work on this. We have to improve the way that you're building this thing out. We got to improve the system. Oh, you're not even emailing nobody? This is what a good coach is going to tell you. Oh, you're not even emailing nobody? How do you expect to generate sales? Oh, no, man, they got it all planned out. Like, I am going to continue to do call to actions on my page on social media. I'm going to do a call to action on my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, my LinkedIn, and hopefully somebody's going to click that link, Manny. Please. Can you pray with me that somebody please clicks the link? Ain't nobody going to click the link, y'all. And I'm telling you from experience because I was that same person. That was literally, my dude Terrell talks about the post and pray mentality, where you literally make a post and then you pray that something magical happens. We can't be like that no more. We literally now have to have much more structure in order to get to the next level. Now, where you are right now might not be a terrible place. Maybe you're making $50,000, $100,000. Maybe you're making $150,000 a year, and you feel like, you know what, my job is doing pretty good. It'd be nice to get the business off the ground, but if it never happens, I'm cool with my job. The problem with that type of thinking is that nothing is promised. Like, you have no idea. And if you're like me, I'm in a state here in Ohio where it's called an at-will state, where they can literally fire you at will without an explanation. You can't come back and sue them. You can't complain to the state about that you was wrongfully fired. No, it's at will. I don't have to give you this long justification as the reason why I'm letting you go. I hope y'all catching this. So the time is now. Like, it is really up to you to take full control of this life that you live in, of your family's life, because you're the provider. You're taking care of them. They cannot survive on their own. You the breadwinner. And if you're single out there, you the breadwinner for yourself. If everything falls apart, since it all falls on you anyway, what's going to happen? And this is why I'm saying the time is now for you to get that business off the ground, for you to stop playing with it. Come on, y'all. You know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking to everybody. I'm only talking to a few. But some of you guys have been playing for the past 3 to 4 years. And maybe this job has literally created a delusion for you to make you feel safe. To make you feel safe and secure, that everything is fine, that you have nothing to think about or worry about. You ain't even got to consider your future. Maybe this has created an illusion for you. But now I want you to get out of that dream state and realize that now is your time. With the influx of reels and videos and on YouTube, they have these things called shorts. And it's amazing to me the amount of people that want to have a successful business, but they're not tapped into video right now. Like, how are you conveying your message to anyone if you refuse to do video? Now, I understand your argument. Manny, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it's even worth it. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what it sounds like, y'all. Blah, 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 blah. All of these excuses that we're making. Instagram is a business. They're literally rewarding people. I keep getting a $100 check just for the few reels that I do. And I don't even think that I do 30 reels a month. For the little reels that I do, I'm getting a check of over $100 a month from Instagram for producing content, because this is what they want people to do. So what if you did more of it? What would happen in this season of your life if you finally stepped up? And I'm not talking about you giving 100% because maybe that's unrealistic in this season because you've used to been only giving 25 to 30%. So to go all the way to 100 seems absolutely ridiculous. But what if you start giving an extra 25% every single day to really understand and identify these areas within your business and your brand that you need to work on? What if you started doing some of the same habits that millionaires and billionaires already do every single day? They meditate, they be praying, they be reading books, they be having an exercise routine, they be watching what they eat because they know for the most part that their business is ran off of their brands. And you have to understand as a new entrepreneur, whether you've been in the game 1 year to 3 years, maybe even 5 years, you got to understand as a new entrepreneur, putting yourself out there is the most valuable and easiest way for you to build $1 million business. But if you keep relying on these old strategies of, I'm going to start an Instagram page for my business and hopefully somebody's going to come to my page and they're going to see that we are valuable because we created a whole bunch of Canva images and hopefully these Canva images tell the story and people buy them. They're not, y'all. And I'm literally telling y'all this stuff and teaching you this way because it's not time to play around anymore. Like the time is right now for you to get crazy focused, for you to start generating the type of money that you know that you deserve. Okay, I'm reading these comments. It was my schedule routine that was keeping me stuck. Doing things I didn't need to do. Wow. I love that. Yep, thanks for your honesty. Same thing for me. It was my schedule routine that was throwing me off and leaving me stuck for the longest time too. I literally had all of this open time. Like now when I get like people that want to collaborate with me and they say, all right, Manny, like let's talk at 1 o'clock at this time. I say, cool, let's do it. Use this link, put some time on my schedule. Maybe they think I'm being bougie, but I'm like, no, I live by a schedule. Like when it's time to play with my kids and do something with them, that's by a schedule. When it's time for me to go eat, when it's time for me to sleep, when it's time for me to meditate, that's by a schedule. And you can say, well, man, it don't seem like you're having a fun life. Like you literally just are living off of a schedule and a routine. Yep. Because that's the thing that is allowing me to build wealth. That's the thing that's allowing me to live my best life, spend time with my family and my children and have an amazing time, all while being structured. All while having everything laid out. So if someone wants to talk to Manny Hall directly, if it's not on my schedule and you just was in my inbox, it'll never happen. Why? Because it was never on the schedule. So because I respect and live by my schedule so much that I don't even allow things to happen throughout my day if it's not on the schedule. I wonder what a little bit more structure would do to your business. I wonder, is maybe this the thing that's throwing you off, why you can't be productive, while weeks have gone by when you talked about you was about to work on your program, you was about to work on your ebook. Why is all of these weeks going by and no productivity? Like, why are months going by and you still haven't done anything really productive for your business? Why are all of these months going by and you ain't generating no sales? Maybe it's a structure problem. Maybe it's a system thing that if you had more processes in place that you could live by, you would literally just be living off of that principle. And what I mean by living off of the principle is simply that there are principles that never change. There's just like a law of gravity that what goes up must come down. The stuff ain't going to be stuck in the air because it's mad at you. Stuff ain't going to be stuck in the air because you wanted it to. No, it's a law. Whatever goes up in the air must come back down. So what if you start following these laws, following these principles of sowing and reaping? The more people you help, the more your name is going to get out there. The more people are going to have an opportunity to find out about your product, find out about your service, and pay for it. But no, you're being stingy and you're trying to hold back your information until you get somebody to actually hire you. Coaches, I'm talking to you. Coaches, please listen. How are they going to find out about you if you never open up your mouth? Are you somehow hoping that the word spreads about you all throughout this nation, that you so dope, that you so good, that you so amazing, that we're going to hire you off of word of mouth? Maybe that can happen in some cases, but the reach that you're looking for, this $1 million lifestyle that you're trying to live one day, the only way that's going to happen is if you open up your mouth more. In the beginning of me starting to do more reels, starting to do more live videos consistently, I remember that time. Oh yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday because I was scared out of my mind, y'all. I was nervous. I was afraid. I didn't know what I was going to say. I was thinking that they were going to reject me. Wasn't nobody going to like it. They wasn't going to share it with their friends. Blah, 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 blah. But here's what happens. Almost every time that I do a live video, somebody's in my inbox and saying, Manny, how can I hire you? How can I work with you, Manny? How can I get your team? Like, how can we start this process, Manny? Because I'm ready. Literally, by me finally opening up my mouth, it has generated so much wealth for my business. So this is why I'm telling you to do the same. Stop having the thought of fear lead you. Having the thought of doubt lead you. No, be led by all the amazing things could happen. Because you keep thinking, well, what if nobody watches, Manny? What if I'm literally just talking to nobody? I've done that several times. Yep. I brag about it and I boast about it very confidently because I love those times when nobody was watching my live videos because I knew it would be one day that a whole bunch of people was watching me. Oh yeah. And now today, I think that it was something like at one time 95 people were watching me at one time. And I don't know why the algorithms was working in my favor right at that moment because right now I only see 8. But I remember the day there was 95 people watching me. And maybe I was talking about a particular subject that the keywords and the algorithms start meshing up. So this is why these people start watching me. I don't know. But I still give the same fire and tenacity, whether it's 8 people or 0 people. Because guess what? This thing is going to appear on my page, right? So I got to give him all the juice. I got to give all the game that I can because when you guys watch it later, I want you to be impacted just like the people that's watching here live. So it has to be no difference. But you got to get out of your own way long enough to allow yourself to see some success. Do not think that it's going to happen overnight. It's not. It's not at all. These overnight celebrities, these overnight success stories that you keep thinking, it didn't happen overnight for them either. There was some grunt work that they had to do. There was some behind the scenes stuff that you just don't know about. You didn't see the story. You didn't understand the system and the process of what they had to deal with. But things are shifting. Things are shifting. But right now, if you finally stepped up, I guarantee that you'll have so much success. And I'm telling you from experience because I was the same way that I knew I was smart. I knew how to talk. I knew I had something to say, but I felt like nobody was paying any attention to Manny because Manny wasn't talking enough, y'all. Are y'all catching this? I hope y'all catching this. I hope y'all catching this. I hope y'all catching this. The reason that I wasn't getting a whole lot of attention before because I wasn't speaking up enough. Now is the time and season, whatever product, whatever service that you got, start talking about it, start explaining it, start talking and explaining why your product, why your service is that much more valuable than somebody else's. Why should we hire you? Like, what can you give us that's going to help us get to the next level? How can you help to remove this pain in my life? Or to get me into pleasure? There's only one or two things that's happening. Every time you try to sell your product or service, you're either getting the pain away from their life or you're allowing them to walk into pleasure. You're only doing one or two things. But I'm just asking y'all to just show up because I believe, I got a sneaky suspicion. Let me see who's still watching. Let me go click this arrow right at the time. Let me see who's still watching. Okay, I see y'all. I have a sneaky suspicion that if you stepped up in this season, that your life would dramatically change. And do you think that I'm trying to gas you up or just give you some type of false promise? Nope, not at all. I know from experience because when I stepped up, everything changed. Clients start coming to me out of nowhere. It's like, man, where did this person come from? Why they finally was tapped in? Because I finally start showing up. The time is now for you to get out of your own way, get out of your own head, put the content out there. Maybe this will help. Instead of you trying to create the content, why don't you just document your journey? Why don't you just allow us to see the value that you have to bring by you telling us a story of how things were for you when you started? Because you got to understand too that the majority of people that would love to buy from us, they're buying from us because they're believing that whatever worked for you is going to work for them. Hope y'all catching this. Whatever worked for you is going to work for them. But you got to be able to explain and articulate that, hey, this ain't for everybody. This thing worked for me. This is how I got to the next level. This is how I was able to get my hair growing more. This is how I was able to get my beard popping. This is how I was able to get this brand deal. Whatever this talent and skill that you have, package that thing up and let's push it out. Like, this is why my team loves working with new entrepreneurs just like you out there. I'm talking to you. I'm looking right at you. We love working with people like you because you're not haughty. You're not arrogant. You're not prideful. You're not a know-it-all. Like, you're coming to us and saying, look, Manny, I need some help from you and your team because I don't know how to do this particular thing. I might be skilled and talented in another area, but this right here, marketing and branding, I don't know how to do this. Can you help me? We love working with new entrepreneurs. Let me just say that. So if that is you, have the courage to book a free discovery call. That's what I just said. It's a free discovery call. Manny, how much it costs? It's free. Hey, somebody put in the chat that it's free, just so that everybody else knows. It does not cost a thing. You will sit on the phone with us for 15 minutes, and we will help diagnose what the problem is within your business. Help you to have some tips, some strategies, outline a plan that would get you to this next level that you ultimately want to be. You ain't got to stay stuck for the rest of this year. The time is now, but you just got to take action. You got to stop sitting like a frog on a log waiting for something magical to happen. You got to take action. The time is now. I love y'all. If you need anything, y'all reach out. Hey, if y'all got some questions, let me do this because this is something that I oftentimes forget to do, but I'm gonna stay on a little bit longer to answer any questions that you guys might have. You can put them in as a comment, or you see that little question symbol. You can use that to write your question and it'll appear right on the screen for me to be able to read. Or third option is if you want to join this live with me right now and ask your question live in front of a whole huge, amazing audience, then you can jump on this live with me right now. I'm gonna give you a few minutes. This is good today, y'all. So if you want to join the live with me, or you have a question that you want to put in the comment, anything about branding and marketing, don't ask me anything about being an astronaut because I don't know how to be an astronaut. Don't ask me how to start a clothing brand. I ain't never did that. Anything about branding and marketing and sales strategy, I can help you. I can help develop something really, really dope and strong to help you get to the next level. So if you ain't got no questions, I love y'all. Peace and blessings. Y'all reach out. Get you a discovery call. Don't trip. Do not trip. You see it in the comments already. Free 99. Take advantage of it. I love y'all. Peace and blessings.